You might be surprised at how quickly circumstances can shift in your favor. If you're seeing this right now, it's not by chance. Someone is about to experience the biggest wake-up call of their life, and the universe is aligning things so that you come out on top. If you're here, get ready, because an immediate breakthrough could be right around the corner, dissolving your most pressing struggles. As a chosen one, you can feel the tension in the air. Every hardship, every heartbreak, every betrayal has been quietly molding you into a person of immense strength. Right now, watch at least 13 minutes to confirm you're ready. Like this message, subscribe to the channel, and comment 77 to show the universe you're open. Then leave another comment saying, "Ready for what's next," in your own words. Doing this will trigger tangible benefits and usher in a powerful new chapter of transformation. Chapter 1. You've been tested long enough. Life has felt like an endless exam, each challenge more difficult than the last. You've faced setbacks that made you question whether you'd ever rise again. In those moments, you watch friends disappear and so-called allies fade into silence. Maybe you've been weighed down by financial struggles, heartbreak, or the daily grind that drains your passion. You've searched for solutions, prayed for change, yet progress always seems slow or temporary. Deep down, you wonder, is this all there is? But here's the truth. These trials weren't meant to break you. They were meant to reveal your resilience. You've had nights filled with doubt, questioning whether you were truly meant for something greater. Yet every morning you got up and kept pushing forward. That persistence, even through exhaustion, was the universe confirming that you are not just another face in the crowd. Each challenge shaped you. People may have mocked your optimism, called you naive for believing in your potential, but your spirit refused to bend. At times, it felt like you were trapped in a maze with no way out. But every dead end sharpened your determination. Each setback was a lesson about authenticity, patience, and the power of letting go. In reality, your struggles have been crafting a masterpiece. Day by day, you've unknowingly gathered the exact qualities needed for your next level. The dryness of your current season wasn't a punishment. It was a call to dig deeper into your true potential. You adapted, you grew, and now the tide is turning. God sees the sweat and tears you've poured into tasks that seemed insignificant to onlookers. Heaven took note each time you chose integrity over easy shortcuts. And while you might not have felt immediate rewards, divine timing has been orchestrating something behind the scenes. The date of your elevation might not have been spelled out in the stars for all to read, but in your heart, you sense this is coming soon. People who dismissed you will wonder how you leapt from meager beginnings to a position of remarkable strength. Yet they won't see the nights you wrestled in prayer or the mornings you woke up deciding to keep trusting. Now, as the final test is wrapping up, you're about to see why the trial had to last this long. Each adversity was preparing you for a grand reveal, turning you into someone unstoppable, primed to handle blessings without squandering them. If you feel that quickening in your spirit, like tomorrow holds a secret plan, believe it. You've been tested, you've persevered, and now the universe is moving you onto a path that even your old doubters can't derail. This shift is imminent, unstoppable, and it's specifically tailored for you. Chapter 2. Your environment feels the tension. If you take a step back and observe, you'll notice the air around you vibrates differently. People who once casually ignored you might be paying attention. Maybe coworkers seem on edge, or relatives suddenly inquire about your plans in a way they never did before. This tension is not random. It's the external sign that something powerful brews in your life. Even those who don't believe in spiritual matters sense it. They can't articulate why, but they feel your energy, heavier, more charged, demanding either respect or distance. Chosen ones often feel environment shifts like changes in temperature. Have you noticed that certain rooms feel suffocating when certain individuals enter? Or that your presence sometimes silences gossipers who used to be carefree? This phenomenon isn't you being paranoid. It's your elevated frequency clashing with negative vibrations. People might find themselves inadvertently yielding ground, letting you speak up in meetings, or deferring to you. Your perspective, because they can't pinpoint your confidence, is source. God uses these atmospheric changes to alert you that transformation is near. It's akin to how animals sense an earthquake long before it hits. This shift in your environment might be subtle, like coworkers acting unusually polite or acquaintances shooting you random messages asking how you've been. They might not fully comprehend why they are drawn to communicate now, but their spirits recognize that you're transitioning from hoping for change to living in it. Interestingly, some individuals might react with unexplained hostility or jealousy. They sense your impending success, and it threatens the comfortable narratives they cling to. You might notice passive-aggressive remarks or tension in group gatherings. Don't be discouraged. Their negativity only highlights that your ascension is rattling their sense of the status quo. Rather than confront them directly, focus on your path. The universe will either remove them from your orbit or transform their attitudes if they're meant to remain in your circle. Remember that an environment's tension can also be constructive. Stress often precedes a breakthrough. Seeds face pressure from soil before sprouting into the sunlight. Diamonds form under extreme heat. You too might feel that tightness in your chest or your mind running through possible pitfalls. That's your psyche bracing for a shift it's never experienced. Instead of worrying, interpret that inner pressure as a sign that your spirit is ready to burst through old confines. Lean into it by meditating on the future you desire, journaling about your ideal outcomes, or quietly thanking God for the upcoming blessings. By channeling the environment's tension into faith, you harness its energy to catapult you forward. Chapter 3. You're on the brink of a public unveiling. In the chosen one journey, there often comes a moment when the curtains lift, revealing you in a new light. This unveiling isn't merely about getting recognition or applause. It's about stepping fully into the calling God placed in your heart. Over the past months or years, you've honed your craft, tested your beliefs, and learned resilience. But that was all in private or semi-private. Now the universe orchestrates a scenario where your gifts or story come into public view. This can be through a promotion, a project launch, or even a personal breakthrough that draws unexpected attention. Being on the brink of a public unveiling can be both thrilling and nerve-wracking. Part of you wonders if you're truly ready. Another part senses this is exactly what you've been prepared for. The universe, ever the skilled conductor, wouldn't spotlight you if you hadn't developed the poise or integrity to handle it. If you feel jitters, remind yourself that God doesn't call the equipped. He equips the called. Everything you've gone through, every heartbreak, every disappointment, every small victory was a piece of the puzzle, forming the complete picture that's about to be shown to the world. This unveiling might happen in a sudden burst, like going viral online or being mentioned in a big meeting unexpectedly. Alternatively, it could unfold gradually. You land a new position, then colleagues discover your unique approach. Word spreads and opportunities multiply. However it happens, the effect is the same. More people see who you really are, and doors you never knew existed swing open. You might also face the reality that not all attention is positive. Some will cheer, genuinely impressed by your rise. Others may grow envious, whispering that you're lucky or overhyped. This is the dual nature of stepping into visibility. Yet your role isn't to cater to critics or chase every compliment. It's to stand firm, guided by a purpose that remains unaffected by external opinion. If anything, the negativity validates your impact. Nobody wastes energy on irrelevance. The more you're meant to do, the more friction you might encounter. But know that amid all the external reactions, your unveiling is deeply spiritual. God reveals you at the exact moment your spirit can anchor the blessings and responsibilities that come with heightened visibility. If this had happened too early, you might have stumbled under the weight of expectation. If it had waited too long, your talents or messages might not reach those who need them most. The timing is divine, ensuring your gifts find their rightful audience in a world hungry for authenticity and hope. As you step into that spotlight, remember, it's not about you alone. It's about the collective awakening that your success, your message, or your presence can spark. Chapter 4. Your enemy's plans are falling apart. Sometimes the biggest sign that you're on the brink of success is the chaos unfolding among those who wanted to see you fail. They might have thought they had you cornered, spreading rumors, manipulating narratives, or undermining your efforts. But now their carefully laid plans unravel. People they counted on for support back away, or they run into personal issues that divert their energy. Meanwhile, their attempts to overshadow your achievements result in more attention being drawn to you in a positive light. Your enemies often operate on a misunderstanding. They believe your power stems from external factors like resources or connections. They think if they cut off your funding or isolate you socially, you'll fold. However, chosen ones derive strength from a deeper will. Your resilience comes from God, from an inner mission that can't be snuffed out by mere inconveniences. As your adversaries realize this, panic seeps into their actions. They might escalate their tactics, but in doing so, they expose themselves further. Another aspect to consider is karmic backlash. When people repeatedly act in malice, especially against someone fulfilling a divine calling, they accumulate spiritual debt that eventually boomerangs back. You may hear rumors that the same folks who tried to harm you are dealing with unexpected setbacks. Their life seems to unravel at the seams, not because you curse them, but because negativity begets negativity. Meanwhile, you maintain your steadiness, letting the universe handle retribution so you can focus on your trajectory. Even in the face of your enemy's meltdown, maintain compassion. Yes, they caused you undue stress, but the higher path involves releasing grudges. By refusing to retaliate, you demonstrate moral superiority that further confounds them. If they attempt to smear your name now, they'll find fewer people willing to listen. Most are too busy noticing the blessings unfolding in your life, or they're tired of the critic's bitterness. The emphasis shifts from, "What are they saying about you?" to "How do I learn from your unwavering spirit?" Ultimately, the dissolution of their schemes is another sign that it's happening. Your elevation is near. Forces that once blocked you simply can't stand against the cosmic momentum you've built. This isn't a moment to celebrate anyone's downfall, but to realize the universe is clearing obstacles so you can fulfill your purpose unencumbered. Witnessing your enemy's plans fail might feel surreal, like a storm passing swiftly, leaving you untouched and stronger than before. In that stillness after the storm, you see clearer than ever that your path is blessed, and no human plot can overturn what's divinely decreed for you. Chapter 5. You're closer to everything you prayed. For take a moment to remember all those prayers or wishes you whispered when no one else was around. You might have asked for guidance, for a stable income that aligns with your calling, or for healing in relationships long fractured. Up until recently, you might have felt these prayers floated off into an empty void with little sign of manifestation. But you've seen glimmers, coincidences that defy explanation, resources appearing just in time, or a strong inner sense that relief is around the corner. Now, with the cosmic shifts in your favor, you're closer than ever to seeing those heartfelt requests crystallize into your reality. Being so near to your blessings can provoke a mix of excitement and fear. Sometimes you wonder if it's too good to be true. After all, disappointment in the past taught you to be guarded, yet your spirit knows better. This time feels different, like each piece is locking into place, forming a puzzle that finally reveals a coherent image. The universe typically orchestrates changes gradually, so you might not notice how each day further aligns you with your prayer's fulfillment. But if you track your life over the last few weeks or months, you'll see an upward trend impossible to deny. One hallmark of nearing your prayer's answer is a deep resonance in your heart. Something in you just knows it's near, even if outward circumstances are only beginning to align. You might feel an unshakable peace or a burst of creativity that suggests your mind is unlocking new realms of possibility. Perhaps you find yourself daydreaming about the outcome more vividly, with fewer doubts clouding the vision. This mental shift, from hoping to practically expecting, is a powerful magnet for manifestation. Yet bridging the final gap often requires the last measure of faith. Sometimes, just before the biggest blessings unfold, unexpected challenges pop up. Old triggers or sudden inconveniences may test your patience. Recognize these final gauntlets. They appear to confirm your resolve, to see if you'll revert to fear or stand in unwavering trust. When you pass these many tests, you accelerate your blessings, signaling to the universe that you won't be scared off at the finish line. Another crucial factor is gratitude in advance. Instead of waiting to see the full manifestation, start giving thanks now. It might feel strange praising God or the universe for something that isn't tangibly present yet, but gratitude is a powerful energy that cements your blessings. It sends a clear message. I believe this is already mine, so let me celebrate it as if it's here. That mental posture can dissolve any lingering resistance and spark an even swifter realization of your desires. Look around you. Even if you only see a fraction of your dream realized, recognize that fraction as proof that more is on the way. Each answered prayer, big or small, serves as a stepping stone to the next. By acknowledging these incremental gifts, you enlarge your capacity to receive bigger ones. This is how you transition from needing constant reassurance to living with unbreakable confidence. You see that your prayers were heard, that the universe is a faithful partner in your journey, and that each day draws you even closer to the life you envisioned in those quiet, hopeful moments. Chapter 6. Anchoring yourself in faith for the next step. With so many changes swirling around you, it's easy to get lost in the emotional high or the chaos of shifting circumstances. As a chosen one, though, part of your task is to remain anchored in faith. Faith in God, in your own inherent worth, and in the divine plan unfolding before you. This anchoring doesn't mean ignoring challenges or blindly marching ahead. It means choosing trust over fear whenever uncertainty arises. One way to anchor yourself is by setting aside moments of stillness each day. That can be prayer, meditation, or even a peaceful walk in nature. These rituals ground you, letting you process today's events in a calm environment. If your thoughts become scattered or anxious, gently guide them back to your core belief that everything happening now is for your highest good, even if you can't see every detail. The more you practice this, the easier it becomes to slip into faith mode whenever tensions mount. Another technique is to create small tokens of remembrance. Maybe you keep a journal of faith markers, brief notes detailing times when the universe showed up for you unexpectedly. Rereading these entries during moments of doubt reaffirms that your journey isn't random. It's guided by an unseen benevolence. Each anecdote of synchronicity or fortuitous timing acts like a thread in a tapestry, weaving into a larger narrative that you're cared for. You can also lean on a few trusted allies who share your perspective. Whether it's close friends, a spiritual community, or an online group of like-minded souls, surrounding yourself with people who validate your worldview can reinforce your resolve. Sometimes, hearing other stories of breakthroughs or miracles can magnify your own faith. The synergy in such a circle lifts everyone, reminding each participant that they're part of something larger than their individual struggles. However, don't underestimate the resistance that can resurface. After a day of feeling unstoppable, you might wake up to a setback that attempts to shake your confidence. This could be petty sabotage from someone threatened by your rise or an unexpected financial hiccup. In these moments, choosing faith isn't always about dismissing the problem, but about confronting it with the assurance that it's just another hurdle you're equipped to overcome. Remind yourself that you've weathered storms before, and each test you overcame only made you stronger. Finally, anchoring in faith paves the way for deeper joy. You no longer spend each day scanning for worst-case scenarios. You commit to an outlook of hopeful expectation. Such an attitude doesn't invite naive illusions, but fosters a lens that sees opportunities in obstacles. It's a stance of resilience that radiates outward, lifting not only your spirit but inspiring those around you. Through this faith, you transform potential fear into purposeful action, ensuring your path remains aligned and unstoppable, even amid life's unpredictabilities. Chapter 7. Tomorrow holds the key. Are you ready? Yes, you've sensed it building for a while, but the real crescendo arrives very soon. Tomorrow holds the key to a doorway you've been trying to unlock, maybe in your career, your relationships, or your spiritual journey. As a chosen one, you can either approach the day with casual indifference or step into it with purposeful excitement. The difference can shape whether you fully harness the blessings or let them pass by unnoticed. Right now, you're at the brink, and God is eager to see how you'll respond to this final push. If you wake up tomorrow and treat it as just another day, you risk missing out on subtle cues. But if you open your eyes with anticipation, you'll spot the universe's signals, perhaps a phone call that arrives precisely when you're thinking of a certain opportunity or a sudden shift in a friend's demeanor that indicates a deeper conversation is due. These nuances won't scream at you. They'll glide through your day like gentle beckonings, waiting for your receptive heart to catch them. In the morning, reaffirm your readiness. Instead of letting random thoughts set your mood, choose a short affirmation. I'm available for every blessing aligned with my purpose today. Notice how that slight mindset shift can reshape your entire outlook. You'll interpret random events as potential gifts, and each meeting or message might be the puzzle piece you needed. That sense of readiness is an active invitation to the universe to pour forth its treasure trove of possibilities. The question that might linger is, am I truly equipped for what's next? But here's the truth. God never places a door before you without giving you the ability to walk through it. Sure, there might be butterflies in your stomach or a flicker of apprehension. That's natural. It signals you're crossing into new territory. Yet chosen ones thrive in these moments of holy discomfort, when you sense destiny and nerves colliding. If something significant didn't tingle your nerves, it probably wouldn't be much of a leap. At the day's end, reflect on any openings or nudges you encountered. Don't judge them by size. A single conversation that changes your perspective can be as potent as landing a major deal. Sometimes the universe invests in subtle seeds that sprout gradually, yielding a bigger harvest than a flashy, short-lived success. A bit of self-congratulation is in order too. You answered the call, stayed alert, and allowed your spirit to guide your actions. So, are you ready to embrace tomorrow's key? In truth, you've been preparing your entire life for such a moment, whether you realized it or not. The struggles, the small triumphs, the yearning for more, they all converge here. Don't let anyone or any lingering doubt convince you otherwise. The stage is set, the universe is watching, and the only question is whether you'll seize the day with your full heart. If you do, expect a ripple effect, not just in your immediate goals, but in the deeper texture of your life story. Because once a chosen one flings the door open with faith, entire realms of possibility rush in, transforming your ordinary routine into a saga of grace, abundance, and ever-unfolding purpose.